Hello everyone and welcome to Direwolf20's Let's Play. This is episode 32, and I'm going to do what I said I would do in my last episode, which is expand my macerators here. I went ahead and made 9 more macerators, 9 more redstone engines. I've got some redstone with me, and I'm going to make pretty much line the wall here, straight on over. Make one more of these guys. And I want to get pretty much to the point where I can put more than just a few glowstone into this chest. Now obviously I don't think I can get it to the point where it'll run fast enough that it'll just, take every resource I throw at it, but I'm hoping I can get it to the point where I can just run a lot of it and be good. So, I'm kind of trying to work out in my head a design here. You can see I've already started a little bit. I've already rewired the pipes here. I haven't tested it yet, but I'm pretty sure this will work. Basically I just need to run some wire across here and hopefully get things going. So why don't I get started here and see what I can figure out. Okay, so the first thing I'm obviously going to need is some power, and that's going to come along here. And now I can lay down my macerators along the power line here. And these guys shouldn't have any problem drawing the power they need. This line should be carrying more than enough power for all of these, I think, maybe? I don't know. I'd have to do the math. I think it's good, though. I think we're pretty good in terms of power use. Let's see, this guy emits 32, I believe. Right? Low voltage transformer. Yeah, low voltage transformer outputs 32, and macerators... they use 2 per second. So, having, I believe I counted 12 here, that's 24. So I'm only using 24 of the available 32, and the only other machines in this room are the 2 compressors, which are not running that often, and even if they were, it wouldn't use up all the power that's available from this low voltage transformer. So we're fine in terms of power use, but we couldn't get much longer than that. So, let me think about my piping design and figure this out. Okay, the next thing I'm doing is building some more toggle latches. Gonna need them because I need to basically split a lot of things. Yeah, I need to dump some of this gravel out for a moment. Okay, more actually. Okay, now if I did all my math correctly, which I'm not sure that I did, but it's looking pretty good so far, I need more room in my inventory. That's what I really need. I need a bigger inventory, man. Some of these builds get pretty complicated, and it is no time to be low on inventory. Okay, let's give this a try now. We'll leave these guys go here. Actually, I think we want the cathodes on the top and bottom. Okay. I actually think I have one more than I need overall, but it's always good to bring an extra. And I'm definitely going to need more of this redstone wire. And I think that's good for now. Might as well deposit my iron. Don't need glass with me. Alright, let me get cracking on this build. Okay, so far what I've built here, and I'm not sure how easy this is going to be for you guys to see, but I just kind of knocked off the wooden pipe that was on front of this. We're going to stick with the redstone. In fact, I'm not sure if I want this redstone here even. Might want to just have this be regular old cobble. And I want the first split to be right in the middle of my machines. So if you count from the end there, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. So that's about where I want my split to occur. So let me move this guy actually one more block over. split one way and the other. And since we want that to occur, we don't want it going back down, we need the wooden pipe there. Nice. And we of course need somewhere to trigger a redstone signal, so that'll be our redstone pipe. And that guy can hang out right down here. Cool. And from there we'll run our wire up the wall to one of our toggle latches. In fact, I think I can run it like this. Much better. Okay? So now as items come through, they'll go left and right. From here, I want the split to occur in the middle of these two. So we've got 1, 2, 3 here, 1, 2, 3 here. So, as soon as it comes through, I want it to be accelerated again. And how do I do that, you ask? I don't know if this will work or not, but let's give it a try. That's wood. I don't have gold on me. Once again, singing the praises of Portal Mod. Okay. I want to knock this off the wall here, because I do kind of need him. Oh man, I'm outside. Crazy. Well, let's see what I can figure out. I believe that if I run a... If I were to just put a redstone guy up here, I don't think this is going to power this block, is it? Pretty sure it won't. Nope. Hey, why not just put one here? That should work, right? Yeah, that works actually rather nicely. Why not? See what happens when you overthink a problem? The simple solution stares you in the face. Okay, now let me think for a minute. Okay, I'm thinking I want this guy to now go redstone again through here to another wooden pipe and then another iron pipe. To extend this just a little bit so that it works more like this. Wood in here. You can tell I'm kind of doing this as I go along. Probably. Probably you can tell that. And then this guy is going to want to go here. This one might be a little tricky to do, actually. We need another redstone pipe, another wooden, and then I can move these torches because they were just placeholders for me. I need this guy to be iron. And the iron will alternate here. Here. These will actually need to be iron pipes. And just to make things easy to see, pop this guy up and down. And then we need to wrench him like so that these guys always flow downwards. Cool. So now what should happen is a block will come through here, it'll go up, and first it'll go right, head down, to this splitter, which I'm actually going to have this guy going off in this direction. So the first time it comes through, it'll go to the right, and the first time it comes through here, it'll go to the right. I'm going to have to figure out how to alternate this diamond with the redstone here. Figure something out. And then alternate between these three macerators. And then the second time an item comes through, it's going to go off to the left in one of these 6. And then another switch, and then another switch, and another switch, and it gets complicated. So why don't I start building this a little bit? Me building it is going to mostly consist of me making mistakes and figuring out what I'm doing. So I will be back once I have something interesting to show you guys. So something I have decided to do is right here, where I have this guy pumping straight over into this big complicated system, I've put a treasure chest off to the side and used my wrench to swap the wooden block here. And hopefully items that I put in here will go off to the right and not to the left. Cool. I don't know if that's random or not. I would kind of like to test to see that things work. Okay, that shouldn't have happened. Neat. Okay, all fixed now. Let's see what happens. I guess it shot out sideways. Huh, nice. So yeah, I'm going to be playing here for quite a bit. So there's one quick item I want to show you guys here. If you take a stick and an iron ingot, you get a screwdriver. This is kind of the red logic version of the wrench, in that it's used to manipulate objects. So by clicking like this, I can kind of play around with stuff. So I'm trying to do that. Help if I rewired this guy correctly. But I'm kind of reorienting this logic circuit up here. That's better. Hopefully this works now. Okay. Now we're going to send our item through. And of course, this is an extremely complex design that I'm really just building for fun. Yay, look at that. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Everybody's kind of happy about that. So, back to building. Okay, I think I've gotten this piece working now. Once an object comes through here and hits this redstone pipe, yeah, brain just completely dropped out there. It should activate this wire going all the way down here and hitting this guy, which will alternate between these two outputs. So that should be working now. And now I need to get this redstone pipe to connect to this pipe here, and that might be a little tricky. So let me think about that for a minute. Okay guys, I think I've got my first section of this working correctly the way I want it to. It looks a little hard to follow, but basically what happens is once an item comes down this pipe, it has the opportunity to go left or right. And if it does follow this direction, it should hit this redstone, which will, you can see it's a little tight quarters here, hit this switch, which will affect this, where my cursor is, iron pipe. So like right now it's heading off in that direction. And if the switch was flipped, now it's heading in this direction. So everything that comes through these will be evenly sorted amongst all these guys. Pretty cool. And then once again, it goes off in that direction. And these iron pipes do not change. They're only necessary because of how tight the piping system is. It's always going to go straight when it's coming through this, and this iron pipe never changes. This iron pipe never changes, and it always goes straight. And this iron pipe never changes, and it always goes straight. And all these three never change and always go down into these macerators. So now I've built something similar here for these three, and then something similar here for these 6. So I'll be back once I've got something more to show you guys. Okay, so as I was building this, I realized that these cobblestone pipes really need to be iron pipes because of these 3 being here. So I'm now building these as all iron pipes coming into here. So now this one is part of this system, so I want it to go this direction when something comes through. This guy, I want it to go this direction when something comes through, and this guy should be going down when something comes through. And the same for these. You can see I'm really kind of doing this as I go along. I'm figuring out how it's going to work in my head. I don't have blueprints. I don't have an intelligent way of doing this. I should have wrote up something smarter ahead of time, but I didn't. And that's kind of half the reason I'm not showing you guys while I build it, because I literally spent like 10 minutes between clips here figuring out exactly how this is going to work. I don't even have enough room to navigate around what I'm doing. Okay, so that's a little bit better. And then the last pipe should come like this way. I want this guy to be like you, and this guy to be like that. So now this whole piping system should kind of work. In fact, just to prove that it's working, I'm going to take 6 pieces of coal. Yeah, I need to get like a bigger roof here. Ah, good. Not breaking through to the surface just yet. Just giving myself some room to work with. Whoops, I saw something fall there. What fell? Ah, just a regular old torch. That's okay by me. I'm not worried about normal torches. I'm worried about losing redstone torches. Okay, so to test this system, I'm actually just going to disable the alternator here and make it just a regular cobblestone and force things in this direction. So now things should always go this way. And if I've designed the system right, if I put 6 items in these blocks, I should get 1 in each of these 6 macerators that are so far hooked up. And I just walked through a portal. But that's a good thing, because I'm going to grab 6 pieces of coal. That's what we're testing for, right? We want coal dust. So let's do it. And I'm going to test with the little guy that I have here. Hopefully this guy works. Is everything going to come this direction? Yeah, because I don't think it'll allow an input in that. Yeah, cool. Okay, did something wrong somewhere. Everything went this way. So my switch wasn't working down here. Thought this guy was working. Yeah, he should be. I'm just going to try and fix this real quick for you guys. Like I said, I'm making lots of mistakes, so maybe this is important. Let's try that again. Let's see what I come up with. 6 coal. So where's my mess up? Coal should shoot through here and head to the right. Okay, that was my only mess up. Look at that, guys. Pretty good. Got 2 in here instead of what I expected, but that's not too shabby, to be honest with you. So let me play around a little bit more, and I will be back. And there's where my code went wrong. This guy is facing the wrong direction. See? He was facing the wrong way. So I bet if I put 6 more coal in now, which I'm going to go do, collect all my coal dust, thank you very much. It had nothing to do with my original piping, it was just because I made one little mistake on the iron pipes there. So let's drop off the coal dust. Grab 6 more pieces of coal. Hey, why don't we just take a whole stack, right? Actually going to deposit some of this junk so I have more room in my inventory to mess around. Alright, let's try that once more. Go, Cole, go. Yeah, because that block up there wasn't powered and things weren't moving through the red piping system fast enough, it wasn't flipping things correctly. So that's an important aspect, is that your blocks switch correctly. And look at that. All 6 are active at the moment. So we know that this 6 block is working properly. And I basically just need to duplicate what I did here on this side now. Whoop, but on this side now. So I just have to mirror everything I just built. Shouldn't be too shabby. I'll get back once I've got progress. I've actually decided I need to move this pipe system here further back, so I'm going to do that briefly. Okay, showing you a progressive update here. I've actually moved these cables back a little bit. No longer need this, nor this. Okay, now, and I've actually taken off the table that used to be here and just put this chest. So now things will pump directly this way. The table will go back in a minute, but basically things move down this thing now, hit this redstone, which follow the cable, follow the cable, follow the cable, goes up to the switch, which then flips back and forth on the iron pipe up there. Cool? Alright, now to move on to next phase. Okay guys, 2 adjustments so far. Number 1, I'm now using insulated cabling here because this redstone wire is actually affecting these iron pipes. If this was naked redstone wire, like the red one, like this one, number 4 here, this guy, red alloy wire, it would affect both this pipe and this pipe because the red current would be affecting the block underneath this pipe. But since it's insulated, it's only affecting this pipe. But it kind of works because as items travel through the redstone pipe, it switches and switches back fast enough that things are getting diverted properly. So number 1, I'm using insulated redstone wire. Number 2, I'm using 2 different colors of insulated redstone wire. A while back I made this white and yellow, and a nice thing that I did, because now they're not interfering with each other. If these guys were redstone currents, then they would interfere with each other, and I wouldn't be able to have these things as close as they are. So those are just some FYIs for you. And you can see I'm starting to build my separator here. So back to work for me. Okay, once again, a little bit more progress here. So this redstone wire, I actually need to add a little bit more here. I want to add this guy. Yeah, this needs to be here. And this facing that direction, and facing that direction. So now this is the one that alternates. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. When it goes left, it'll go forward, forward, and down. When it goes straight, it'll go forward and down. And when it goes right, it'll go forward, forward, and down. Just like all the others have been. Okay, and this is the last splitter. It goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This one will go forward, forward, and into straight down into this compressor. This one will go forward and down. And this direction goes forward, forward, and down. Now this is actually a pipe splitting for the output for the compressors. And I need to replace these guys with iron pipes. So you can tell already this is going to be a mess. But yes, that's correct. I want when things get pumped out to go up and then over this way. And this one gets replaced. And that should be the output. Good. Cool. So now I need to lay down my pumps for the outputs for the macerators here. Okay, I feel like it's a good time for a test. I kind of want to turn these guys off briefly, just so I can see straight down the line that everything's turning on. So I might do that real fast. Why not, right? I also don't want to actually pump anything out yet. And I'll replant all these things here in a bit, but basically, now I should be able to real quick see down the line if anything's going on. I'm actually going to also keep falling into this portal here. Okay, so everything should be, I'm going to empty all this out, because this way I'll know for sure that everything's good. By having empty macerators here, I'll be able to very clearly tell if everything was split evenly, because what will happen is there should be one coal in each macerator. So let's see how things go. Oh boy, these guys are going to explode. Almost missed that. Yeah, remember I said if you don't hook up your redstone engines to anything at all, they'll explode? Yeah, that almost happened to me. That would not have been cool after all this hard work. Alright, time to put my coal in. 12 coal goes in, and if everything's working as expected, it should all filter through to here. So lefts and rights, and straights and forwards, and then all kinds of stuff should start popping on. We're looking good. Uh-oh. I see coal down there on the floor. That can't be a good sign. I'm going to have to figure out what that's all about. Hang on a moment. Well, there's my problem. I need to give my iron pipe here just one whack, and now it should alternate. Ah, no, I see what the problem is, actually. Not only did I have to give it a whack, but I also have to move this guy over one. So if I put this guy here... Oh, that's a problem. I'm gonna have to figure something out real quick. Or no, wait. No, everything's right. I lied. This is a different piping system. I'm sorry. See how confusing this build is? Alright, so let me go fix whatever I just broke. This guy should be straight, straight, straight. Okay. Everything should be good now. So let's give that another try, shall we? Need some more coal soon. I'm going to empty out my macerators real quick. Alright, time for the test. 12 coal goes in, and hopefully things are split relatively evenly. Come on, macerators. Do your thing. I know those 6 down there are working pretty evenly. This looks like a pretty good system so far. This guy got 2, as did this guy. So, still a little bit of work to be done to correct all this. Okay, for this test, I'm going to disable this redstone switch so that this guy doesn't alternate sides. And I'm just going to send everything to the right, and I'm only going to send 6 at a time. So kind of exactly what I was doing previous. Only going to send 6 coal down on this end, and we'll see if everything's working down here at the moment. So, 6 away. Everything should go to the left up there. Yep. Alright, not at all what I expected to see. Obviously something wrong in my design somewhere, and let me go play with it and fix. Okay guys, I think I fixed my problem here. It's because these cables were affecting the middle iron pipes here, and I basically ran a cable directly to the pipe that I want to be manipulated by the cabling and the redstone alternations and all that stuff. So if I flip these guys back straight, and I know that wasn't the best explanation I've ever given, but it was complicated and I fixed it. How's that sound? Yeah, I'm having trouble keeping this whole system straight as it is, so, okay, I think things should work the way I want them to now, perhaps, maybe? So I'm going to try the 6 again. Now let's see what happens. Cross your fingers for me, guys. Really no idea if this is going to work. Maybe next time I'll actually test it before I show it on this video. Nope. Failed again. So let me go do a little bit more work and figure out what I did wrong. Well, there's one major omission. I completely forgot to hook up this redstone pipe to this iron pipe. So I need to do that somehow. Goody. Okay, that looked almost too easy, but I kind of set this redstone pipe, trace this redstone wire down to this guy. Again, this is probably a little bit overkill, but I'm really just kind of having fun here, and hopefully it's good YouTube fodder. So, should we test this again? I think so. Hopefully for the last time. 6 coal goes in. What am I going to get? How's it going to work? Everybody cross their fingers. Well, coal finding its way to the left 3 is a good sign. Dude, that is cool. It's working, I think. Alright, now I'm going to do one more test. And that is going to be done. My red alloy wire properly wired like so. Anybody who says I'm cheating by converting 4 glowstone into a diamond, alright, you build a contraption like this and then call me a cheater. Alright, so I need to go get more dust, or some more coal to macerate, so I'll be back. Okay, got myself another stack of coal to mess around with. Now I'm going to go 12. We'll check that I have everything wired the way it should be, and if this works, what you should see is 12 coal evenly being distributed among all my 12 macerators down this line. So let's see how it goes. Cross your fingers, guys. I'm feeling like this is pretty successful so far. Nice, not too shabby. The one at the end didn't get one, and I think this one got 2. That's really not too bad. So I'm just going to have to experiment a little bit and see why that might be. It just might be that things are going through too quick, or it's too big a machine. I'm not sure what the deal is with that, but I'll test it out and figure out why. Alright guys, I think I found the small problem here is that this redstone pipe is too far away from the iron pipe that it's manipulating. So I'm just going to swap those guys and rerun this wire, and hopefully the system should be perfect now. But things will remain to be seen. So, yeah, that works perfect. The wire actually kind of sorts itself out, doesn't it? So that should be a little bit better. I think it was just that things were a little too far. So what I'm going to do, I've been doing coal dust here because that stuff doesn't actually get used up when it gets thrown in a macerator. So let's see if everything works out perfect now. Yeah, see, it's definitely better. And we should have a perfect, even amount in every macerator. So let's see what we get. Whoops. You can tell I've been testing this for a while now and finally figured out what my problem was. So there should be one piece of coal dust at the entry of every macerator. Looking good so far. And I know I resolved this because it was a switch issue between the first 6 and the last 6. So the fact that the first 6 only had 1 in each, I know things are good now. It was basically just at that first junction, it was splitting too quickly. Alright, so now that this is perfect, it's time to pump everything out of these macerators into this crafting table. And with that, we should have an automatic pumping system. I'm going to have to switch this guy to an iron pipe because I need to put one more here and one more here. And this guy, we want to face this direction. This is, remember, for my flint and obsidian and all that stuff to come in. And this should be going this way into the crafting table. So that should be cool. And this should all be functional now. One last step, got to turn on all these guys. With redstone current. Here goes nothing. This works. The only thing I'm unsure about is the way I changed my crafting table. I don't know if you saw it, but I'll show you in a moment here when I get done. Alright, so everything should be pumping out now. That looks good. I'm not sure if I can pump out of the top of a crafting table, but I guess we'll find out in about a second or two once the last 2 of these guys filter in here. So can I pump out of the top of the crafting table? Yes! Hooray! I can! So now everything should be working. Alright guys, what do you say we throw some glowstone in? First I want to check and just see. Yeah, I've got a good amount of flint here. Got a good amount of obsidian. Let's go throw some glowstone in. Don't have any on me. And then I can go clean up my inventory, because it is a mess at the moment. Come on, buddy. You can get up there. There we go. Goodness. I'm probably also going to have to refill my... Oh yeah, my aggregators are out of stone. I think they just ran out. So let's just go with 4 for the moment. 4 for the moment. And go. That should create 1 diamond. And a lot quicker than just 3 macerators would have. So, now we get our glowstone to redstone. Oh, bugger, I forgot. I never put back my automatic crafting table here. So there's all my redstone, right? And that stuff should start producing massive amounts of coal, which should get evenly distributed right now, if everything's working the way I want it to. That's looking pretty good to me. What do you guys think? Oh yeah, I think that's looking really good. You can tell it was evenly distributed because all the machines turned on before a second wave came in. So I'm capable of storing a lot of coal in these machines, and even though they're not going to quite be able to keep up with the amount of coal they get, they're going to obviously be able to store a lot more. So once again, can't keep up, but will store more. And then as they start doing crazy stuff, they'll start dumping out all this coal dust, and we'll get our diamond. So, I think this is it from my factory in here. That was a huge headache to make, but I'm really happy because it's really working pretty well right now, and I feel like it was a pretty crazy build. I feel like I accomplished something with that build. So without further ado, I'm going to wrap up this episode. I really should put some stairs here or something. What do you guys think? A ladder? Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to wrap up this episode. This has been episode 32. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And for now, I'm just going to call it a night. And next episode, we'll go into some more equivalent exchange stuff because I'll have a lot more diamonds to show you. Alright, have a good one, everyone. Alright, real quick before wrapping up the episode, I just put half a stack of glowstone in that chest upstairs. Remember, my concern before was not being able to put a significant amount of glowstone in the chest and walking away to come back later and find diamonds. So I put half a stack in. And my goal here is once all the redstone gets out of this chest, this is all the redstone that was converted from that glowstone. Once this is all out, I'll know it's done processing into coal, and then I'll be able to find out how full each of my macerators is. So I'm going to let that run again and be right back. Okay guys, so you can see the last of my glowstone is coming out of my chest here as coal. And the last of the coal is filtering over to my macerators. So remember, the macerators are running as they're getting more coal added to them. So the total is about 26. Very interesting. So that tells me I get almost... So with half a stack, my macerators, by the time that half a stack gets processed by those crafting tables, has about 25, 26 in there. So I could probably stick a full stack of glowstone in, and these would have about 40-something sitting at the top, before they would start, getting overloaded. I could even put a stack and a half in, but that might be pushing it. So I think processing one full stack of glowstone at a time is more than sufficient for these machines. I also would like to check out this guy over here. I'm curious how my power situation is, and my power's fine. Like I said, I wouldn't be losing too much power, simply due to the fact that this guy, the machines in this room don't draw more than 32 EU per second. So we're good on power. Alright guys, now I'm really wrapping up the video. Take it easy.